feel like I was attached to him. Even though I never touched him, I would imagine, what would I be doing with him now?
What would you say to him if you met him and he asked you why you gave him up?
If I met my son and he asked me why I gave him up for adoption, I would probably say, well, I wrote a book about it. And then I would say, because I felt like it was the best way to take care of you. I felt like, because my own self-image, self-esteem, like I had a pretty severe picture of myself. Felt like I'd be a horrible mother, that the way that I could love you was to give you to somebody who I felt could give you all the things that you needed.
You know, that answer they hear all the time. Can you give a more heartfelt answer to him? Because that's kind of the fallback. Why do you think you gave him up?
A more heartfelt answer?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the fallback. He's probably heard that a million times. Do you think that will really penetrate and make a difference to him? Or do you think hearing it from you would make a difference? Or do you think there's something underneath it that is more powerful? I mean, yes, that's kind of the given that you thought it would be a better home for him. But if I was him, I would be thinking my better home would have been with my mother, like that. Or, you know, there's a lot of people that struggle and raise children by themselves. Like, I'm just trying to think if I was him, like that would...
It's okay. So, okay. If I met my son and he asked me why I gave him up for adoption, the heartfelt answer that I have for him is that I was afraid.
Then I'm willing to face without you here.
I was afraid. I was afraid that I didn't know how to mother. I was afraid that I might hurt him for some reason. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to provide.
When every road is closed and every flight has all but left there,
I was afraid.
Buses that can bring me to where I saw you last, and all the bridges and all the towns have all but crumbled to the ground.
And I missed out.
Every minute's like an hour, every hour's like a day. I'll start digging tunnels to you now.
One thing to consider, we have to have faith. We have to start with a certain amount of faith. Or either we're going to say it's one big accident and then we're just coping thereafter. In my worldview and in my experience in working with people, the souls come into a physical body for really what is a very short period of time. If we look at 100 years in terms of the fact that we're eternal beings, and in my understanding, we're in and out of many, many lifetimes. So we come into the one that sets us up with perfect timing, perfect parents, perfect genetics, and so forth. Do we understand that right out of the gate? No. But it's like being cast into a given classroom. And there are many tools that one can use to support you in that classroom. But I cannot start with believing it's all an accident.
I believe that I chose my astrology chart, that birth moment, my birth chart, I chose absolutely to the nth degree. It has everything in it, specially designed for me, chosen by me, to bring me to the gifts and the challenges and the obstacles, the heartache, the joy, it's all in there.